Water is essential to life on Earth. We need it to survive, but we also use it for entertainment. Water jet fountains captivate audiences with incredible displays. Some even use lights to change the appearance of the water's color. These water jet fountains send spiraling ribbons of color into the air. The effect is magical. Production starts with this cast bronze part. Computerized tools transform it into a flange that will be installed on site. The flange is designed to prevent leaks where the pipe meets the concrete pool. The next part is a stainless steel faceplate for the fountain. An employee places it on a template, closes a UV light shield, and activates a laser. The laser etches product information into the steel. This branding is permanent and won't wear off. Next, a technician assembles the colored LED lights. He connects the circuitry to a cable, then slides the bulb and its housing onto the circuitry. He screws a metal ring onto the base to keep the light watertight. He immerses the light in a clear water tank to test it. He switches on a vacuum to suck air out of the tank, simulating underwater pressure. He checks for bubbles around the light, which would indicate a leak. He programs the light for the water show, so that different colors flash on cue. The next employee prepares an epoxy sealant. He pours the epoxy into the solenoid controller for the water fountain jets. It takes 2 hours to dry. Once solidified, it will protect the components from water damage. Then he assembles the carriage for the fountain jets. He places the carriage on a spring-loaded slide and secures it with long threaded rods. The worker applies sealant to the ends of the rods and screws on the nuts. He installs a plastic nozzle cup. He secures it to the carriage with a center pin that has a swiveling mechanism. He transfers the carriage assembly to a water distribution manifold and screws it in place. He tests the carriage and confirms that it slides freely on the springs. Then he runs plastic tubing from the water distribution manifold to the spouts of the nozzle cups. The worker secures the joints with plastic zip ties. Then he trims the ties using a special gun. He attaches the solenoid controller to the carriage and connects the controller to the various air tubes that lead to the water spouts. He places the water jet assembly on the back of a steel mounting plate and secures it with screws. He inserts 2 LED lights in specially designed slots, then screws them in place. This water jet fountain is now complete. He hooks it up to a compressed air source for a dry bench test. He confirms that the compressed air moves the carriage correctly in the programmed sequence. He also connects the water jet to a mechanical sequencer to verify that it's functional. After it passes the tests, he seals the perimeter of the jet with a rubber gasket and the faceplate. This water jet fountain is ready for installation. When combined with other fountains, it will put on quite a show. Onlookers will be so engaged, they won't mind getting a little wet.